So let's talk about why complex processing can be a strength. Complex processors often notice patterns that others miss. I'm realizing now I've been shifting my chair. I know I'm going to hear in the comments people say, "Oh, she's shifting so much in her chair." Well, I'm autistic, okay? I'm autistic and I need to move. I need to stim. Okay, complex processors often notice patterns that others miss. They might consider ethical or emotional impacts. That's a big one for autistic people, is considering any form of injustice or unethical practices that are going on. Uh, Complex processors also make connections across ideas, and there's actually studies you can find on this of the brain map of autistic people. The amount of connections that we make compared to autistic or non-autistic people is fascinating. Like, we make so many more connections. And then a lot of complex processors respond with intentionality and not impulse, which I think is a huge strength. So, for example, an autistic person may take longer to reply in a conflict, but when they do, it's clear that they've truly thought it through. So they might say, "I've considered how this affected both of us, and here's what I need going forward." That is emotional maturity. That's not slowness. That's not overthinking. That's being intentional. Language matters. And I think referring to our processing as delayed, which I've done on the channel before, sometimes that maybe could imply broken or like something's wrong. But I think complex processing is a great replacement for delayed processing, because I think it honors how layered and thoughtful and rich our internal world is. So, if you're interested, I would invite all of us to kind of swap out these terms, maybe using complex processor instead of slow to respond or delayed processing, and give yourself space and time to let your thoughts process, and know that that's totally okay. And it can feel really uncomfortable. So part of it is learning how to embrace that discomfort, the awkward silence. It's a skill. It really is a skill. And I think that the people who can embrace that awkward silence and approach it with trust and respect and empathy for the other person, I think that silence and that processing time can really be used to turn the relationship, whether it's a working relationship, a romantic relationship, a friendship, a parent relationship, it can really turn that space into something beautiful and sustainable and supportive.